Good morning, Costa women. Thank you so much for joining me today. I sincerely hope that this broadcast finds you and all of your loved ones in good health. And I want to speak to you today about the ways you can work with your own mindset in order to boost your own immunity and healing systems, which is so important right now. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Barbara Scalera, the Success Hypno Coach. You can find out more about me at successhypno.coach. I am a master hypnotherapist. I'm one of Marissa Peer's rapid transformational therapists and a master NLP success coach. And I'm going to speak to you today specifically about how your brain affects your immune system and your natural healing ability, and what you can do during this pandemic and forever after in order to bring your mind continually back to a state of calm and empowerment, which boosts your immune system and your natural healing ability, rather than being in a constant state of stress, anxiety, or overwhelm that it's so easy to be in right now, which unfortunately disables your immune and healing systems. So as humans, of course, we are generally incredibly resilient, adaptable, resourceful, as I'm sure you're experiencing at the moment. But unfortunately, the part of our brains that identifies and responds to threat is actually one of the most primitive parts of our brain. And this part has not evolved much since our time as cavemen and women. And so our brains are still designed to deal with threats that are immediate and short-lived rather than the ongoing threat that we face at the moment. And our brains are designed to deal with all danger, threat, stress in the same way by triggering our stress response, otherwise known as our fight, flight, or freeze response. And this makes sense for those original tribal times, right? When, a saber-toothed tiger is chasing us, and so we are designed to immediately get triggered into flight and run away to safety. Or a rival tribal member is trying to take our territory, and we are triggered into fight. Or we hear something prowling outside of our cave at night, and we go into freeze in order to not make a sound so we can remain undetected until it passes by. So that's the fight, flight, or freeze response that we get triggered into when we sense any kind of threat, danger, when we get stressed. Of course, the problem with our current situation is that this is not a short-lived, short-term threat. It is ongoing, and we don't actually know when the end date is going to be. And what happens when we go into the fight, flight, or freeze response is that our body shuts off all of the systems that we don't need. And of course, what don't you need if you're running away from a tiger? Well, you don't need your immune system. You don't need your healing system. You don't need your rational analytical thought, which comes from the more modern part of our brain. So all of that gets shut down so that you can totally focus your mind and body on doing one thing only, which is running away from that tiger, right? Which is either going into the flight, the fight, or the freeze. Now, the problem with this corona pandemic is that, as I said, this is an ongoing threat with no end in sight. Therefore, we can end up constantly feeling threatened, constantly being in that stress response, which means that our immune and healing systems are turned off or working at a very limited capacity when we need them most. So what can you do about that? Well, actually, luckily, there is a lot that you can do. So we all know that we cannot control the threat itself at this moment. But what we absolutely can control is our response to the threat that we're all facing. And the way to do that is by taking control of just two things: the pictures you make in your head and the words you say to yourself, both inside your head and out loud to others. Now, why is that? Well, the subconscious mind, which controls 95% of our thoughts, feelings, and actions, actually only responds to two things, which are the pictures you make in your head and the words you say to yourself in your head and out loud. Now, that's actually wonderful news, because you actually can do a great deal to control these two things, even in times as challenging as this. And therefore, you can take yourself out of the stress response and put yourself into a calmer, more empowered state of mind, so that your immune and healing systems are turned back on and turned up to full power. So how do we do this? Well, the first thing you can do is to create one or two positive mantras that you repeat over and over to yourself throughout the day and evening. But as opposed to the usual affirmations that some of you may already be familiar with, I want you to form these affirmations as positive questions said in the present tense. Form these affirmations as extremely positive questions said in the present tense. So what do I mean? Well, for example, why do I remain so incredibly healthy, energized, calm, and positive? So that's a great affirmation to be asking yourself over and over again at this time. Why do I remain so incredibly healthy, energized, calm, and positive? But you make these questions about whatever it is that is causing you the most anxiety, and you state how you want to be instead in the form of a question. So if it's more an economic concern for you, it might be something like, or about the challenge of trying to get work done at home. It could be, how am I so consistently patient with my kids and productive in my work? Or how do I continue to attract and sell to my ideal clients during this time? You see what I mean? And I don't want you to just be saying this to yourself. I want you to be writing it in lipstick on your mirror, putting it up as your screensaver, printing it out and putting it up where you get dressed in the morning, on your refrigerator. I want you to surround yourself with these positive questions, and just choose one or two. Don't try and focus on too many at once. But this way you are bombarding your subconscious with this question that it will automatically start seeking an answer to, and will go ahead to implement that answer, because that is what the subconscious does. And it's better forming the affirmations in these questions, because sometimes when you form an affirmation as a statement that seems very opposite from what you're currently thinking and feeling, the conscious mind will just come up and block it and say that's absolutely not true for us. But when you form it as a question, the subconscious can't help but start looking for the answer. Okay? Now, along with these sayings, I want you to come up with really positive images to match. So what are the pictures that you can make in your head or that you can focus on to match these sayings? And if you have existing images, photos, or ones that you can create using software like Canva or any other software where you can design those images, and it may be a picture of you in vibrant health doing something you love. It might be a picture of your bank statement or PayPal account that you doctor a bit to put in a nice healthy amount that you have in that account. So, maybe a picture of your kids doing something where they're nice and calm and occupied, whatever that positive image is that goes with that mantra. And then again, I want you to duplicate that image and have it up in multiple places wherever you have that mantra written as well. So screensavers on your phones, print it out, paste it up, put on the fridge, etc. And this way you are absolutely surrounding yourself with the reality that you want your subconscious to be creating for you. And you are pulling yourself out of that fight, flight, or freeze response by focusing multiple times per day and evening on those images and those words. Now, if you create these positive questions and images, and you look at them first thing when you get up in the morning, and then for the rest of the day, you are just focusing on the bad news, obsessing over the number of deaths and illnesses there are in your area, dooming and glooming with everyone you speak to or correspond with, then of course you're not doing this. You are constantly pulling yourself out of that calm, positive state and putting yourself back into that stress response, and therefore turning off or turning down your immunity and healing. So you don't just ask a nice question and stick up a pretty picture and say, okay, that's me done. You absolutely are being diligent about staying as positive as possible, about surrounding yourself where possible with positive people, positive imagery, positive activity, uplifting music. You're disengaging when you can from the people and sources of information that generate nonstop negativity and fear-mongering. And you are taking responsibility for what comes out of your mouth and making sure it's part of the solution, not part of the problem. Because remember, when you are expressing lots of fear and negativity, then you are triggering whoever you're corresponding with or talking to into their own stress response, and you're therefore lowering their immunity and healing. And that's not what we collectively want to do. So remember, your energy and your attitude are infectious. And if you stay focused as much as possible on what's positive and what you can control about your life, it's going to help everyone around you. Then they start reflecting that positivity back to you, and everyone gets collectively lifted into a more empowered state of mind where your immunity and healing can do its best work. Okay. Now, what else can you do to keep your mindset positive and your body healthy? Well, you can create a healthy routine that nourishes both your mind and your body. So I know how tempting it is right now to not get out of your pajamas, to just eat junk, to drink glass after glass of wine or champagne or whatever that might be, and just kind of put yourself on a mental and physical holiday but that's not actually the best thing you can do for your own health and immune system. So what's best is creating a healthy routine where you are getting up relatively early, you are exercising regularly, you are getting dressed and presentable regardless of whether or not anyone's going to see you, because that does in fact have a positive effect on your mood. You are eating healthy, nutritious food. Okay, you may be snacking or indulging in between, but you're making sure that you are getting in your fruits, your vegetables, taking supplements, vitamins, minerals if you need to, staying hydrated with lots of clean water, and you are maintaining your social distancing, of course, washing your hands regularly, getting good quality sleep, trying to stay on a schedule with your sleep if possible. And if you're trying to be superwoman, if you're trying to homeschool and work full time and manage the household all at once, then you need to give yourself a huge amount of compassion and understanding. This is not the time to strive for perfection. There's actually never a good time to strive for perfection. You want to strive for, generally, for excellence, not perfection, because we are human, we are not perfect. But right now, especially, you want to give yourself huge leeway and constantly remind yourself you are doing the best you can under the circumstances, and that's okay. All right. This is also an opportunity for you to set new boundaries and create a new normal. So if you are someone that tends to take it all on yourself, now is the time where you can start setting new boundaries, new parameters. If you're someone who's been lacking in finding your voice, demanding respect, delegating, this is a great opportunity. So you can use this situation to create a new normal that creates more balance, be it in your career, in your household, amongst your family, in your life in general. And don't just use your downtime to binge watch TV. Use some of the extra time that you may have now to do things you've always wanted to do, but either didn't have the time or weren't brave enough or didn't think you had the talent or ability to do it, because for once, it's really true that nobody is watching, and you really can dance however you want to, and that's okay. So I know for myself, I'm actually doing just that. There were dance classes at my gym I was always too intimidated to actually go and take. First of all, I don't understand the Spanish being said in the class enough yet. And secondly, I am a bit uncoordinated, but I have found they actually are now giving those classes online, and in the comfort of my own home, I can do it, enjoy it, learn the steps, and then when everything opens back up again, I can actually be part of those classes. So this is the opportunity to do those types of things. There are so many free classes and opportunities online right now, or discounted, so you can be learning a new language, learning to sing, to paint, doing those free online tours of all the museums that are available right now. There's so much theater you can watch for free. So whatever it is that interests you, by pursuing activities that are new and interesting to you, again, your brain is going to be engrossed in that. And that absolutely will pull you out of the stress response. It will give you endorphins. It will give you a feel-good factor, a sense of accomplishment as you learn these new things. And that will put you in a mental state in which your immunity and healing can be working on full power again. And that is, of course, so important right now. And don't get me wrong, I know that it is not easy to stay focused on positive words and images or be motivated to explore and do these new things, particularly if there's anyone you care about who is ill or if you're not feeling well yourself. And that's when it's time to take advantage of the professionals such as myself. Let us do it for you. So this is a wonderful time to take advantage of techniques such as hypnosis, guided meditations, visualizations, mindfulness, and there's so many apps, and there's things you can find on YouTube. There's so many opportunities for you to access all of this. And then all you have to do is close your eyes, relax, and listen. And then the responsibility falls on us to be speaking directly to your subconscious and filling it with all the positive messaging it needs in order to put you into that calmer, more empowered state of mind and boost your immunity and healing. Okay, so let's go ahead and experience some of this now. So I'm going to guide you through an immunity boosting meditation. Now, if you happen to be listening to this while driving or doing anything else that requires your full attention, I am going to have to ask you to turn this off for the time being. You can come back to it at a time when you can close your eyes and just relax and listen, because I will be using my voice and playing a soundtrack that is all meant to put you into a very relaxed state of inner focus, and that is, of course, not conducive to driving or doing anything else that requires your full attention. It is up to you to take full responsibility for your health and well-being while listening to this guided meditation. The soundtrack does have a layer of beats in the music that's meant to help you relax. So it is up to you to know, to have discussed with your doctor or mental health practitioner if you have any pre-existing conditions, that it is okay to be participating in this sort of thing. And I do want to thank Marissa Peer and her rapid transformational therapy, because the method and concepts of this guided meditation are based on her teachings. Okay, very good. So go ahead and get nice and comfortable wherever you are. Make sure that your neck is supported so that you can relax. If you fall asleep during this, that is absolutely fine, because your subconscious never sleeps, so it will be listening. Very good. So making yourself nice and comfortable. Taking a moment now to deepen your breathing. Becoming aware of the deepening rise and fall of your chest. And when and if it's comfortable for you to do so, you can go ahead and close your eyes now, letting all the tension go, the relaxation flow through your body. letting go of any tension, any other thoughts, knowing that for the next 20 minutes, by focusing on the sound of my voice, focusing on totally relaxing, letting your conscious mind drift off wherever it wants to go. As your subconscious opens up and listens, takes on board all the positive messages of this meditation, you're doing the best thing you can do for helping your immune system, your healing system, your mental and physical well-being. Very good. So as you relax even deeper and just listen to the sound of my voice, you are drifting back, going back, traveling back to an even deeper level where you can communicate with your own subconscious and direct how it regulates every cell and system in your body. Your subconscious mind has the power to regenerate every cell into a perfect, healthy cell and tap into the network of intelligence that has access to the blueprint of perfect health with which you were originally created. And you have the ability to command, demand, and instruct your subconscious through this meditation now. So as you go deeper, you are commanding, demanding, directing, instructing your immune system to keep you completely safe, strong, healthy, and virus-free. You are commanding, demanding, and instructing your body to boost your immune system now, boosting your T cells and B cells as needed, boosting your type 1 interferon response to viruses, producing all the targeted, highly effective antiviral antibodies you need to recognize and remove all foreign invaders, all unwanted viruses, all unhealthy substances quickly and easily from your bloodstream and every area of your body being cleansed now. You are the commander and chief of this process, and you are increasing and fortifying your natural defense system, increasing your vigilant, loyal army of immunity who are now on watch for you 24/7. Your T cell scouts taking up posts throughout your entire body on vigilant high alert to immediately identify any viruses, bacteria, infection, germs, or foreign entities that do not belong in your body. They immediately identify them and they call out the highly trained troops of B cells to immediately surround and destroy any invaders. The antibodies to develop and multiply, keeping you immune to any future invasions, and the cleanup crew of the monocytes to immediately cleanse the battleground of all remaining debris and just sweep it all out of your body. Your highly trained army of immunity immediately identifying, destroying, and removing all unwanted viruses, all unhealthy germs, toxins, and substances quickly and easily. from your nasal passages, your sinus passages, your throat, your lungs, your stomach and digestive tract, destroying and removing any unwanted, unwelcome, or unrecognized virus strains, germs, or toxic substances right out of your body. You are ordering your cells not to host any viruses, commanding your ACE2 enzymes not to give access to host cells, demanding that your entire system, your entire body become and remain strong, healthy, resilient, and virus-free now. You are commanding, demanding, and instructing every part of your body to go right back to its original coding of perfect health. Every part of your mind, body, and psyche is being commanded, instructed, directed to function perfectly and properly, exactly as nature intended, and is destroying and protecting you from any viral infections, germs, or foreign substances that would otherwise compromise your health. As I speak, your brilliant subconscious mind is strengthening your immunity, boosting the cells and antibodies it needs to increase, going back and restoring every system in your body so it functions normally. And you are commanding, instructing, directing, compelling every function of your body to work perfectly, properly, exactly as nature intended it to. Keeping all your airways free and clear for maximum intake of oxygen, allowing you to breathe smoothly, freely, deeply, clearly, and easily. Immediately removing any germs, toxins, viruses, or unwanted substances from your airways now. You are commanding, instructing, directing, compelling your throat to remain clear, moist, and healthy, totally virus, infection, germ, mucus, and pain-free. And you are commanding, instructing, directing, compelling your lungs to remain totally healthy, completely free from mucus, fully open to allow in all the oxygen you need to breathe smoothly, freely, deeply, clearly, and easily. Any contact you have with unwanted germs, viruses, toxins, or unhealthy substances are immediately dealt with by your invincible army of T cells, B cells, antibodies, and monocytes. Your immune system is invincible now. It guards your nasal passages, your eyes, your mouth, your throat, your lungs, and your stomach, preventing all enemies of your optimum health from entering, and immediately surrounding, destroying, and eliminating any threatening substances, any viral infections, or unwanted germs, keeping you continuously strong, healthy, resilient, and completely virus-free. And I want you to imagine turning your eyes inwards and traveling deeper and deeper now, all the way down to the control room of your body. You see it there in front of you with all its dials, levers, knobs, and gauges. And you see in front of you a brand new dial, lever, or gauge. This is the one for immunity against the coronavirus. You see what level it's currently at. You reach out for it, see and feel your hand on it, and you turn or push or pull or pump your immunity level up, 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 all the way up. And you see, hear, feel all the instruments or graphs, gauges or engines responding accordingly. Increasing or regenerating or healing any cells that need adjusting, any antibodies that need to be increased or redirected, any elimination processes that need to take place. And you see there in front of you a switch or dial or button or touch screen that says Optimum Health Now. And once again, you see, hear, feel everything respond accordingly as you switch on your optimum health now. Making all the right adjustments, using the blueprint of perfect health your subconscious has access to as the informant of exactly what changes in the body, down to the cellular level, need to be made to bring you to your optimum level of health and resiliency now. So take a moment to look around your control room. Make any further adjustments you need to make. There may be levels of pain you need to turn back down to 0. Levels of mucus or irritation you need to turn back down to 0. Coughs or other symptoms you need to bring down, 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 all the way down. Any clearing, cleansing, strengthening that needs to take place. Go ahead and find the controls you need to find, the screens and bodily systems you need to access. Take control of your own health now and adjust whatever you need to adjust to bring you to a wonderful level of optimum health, vitality, resiliency, and total immunity now. I'll give you a minute to make all the adjustments that are just right for you now. That's right. And I want you to see now a beautiful healing place adjoining your command center. An inviting, pure healing space. See the switch that says Healing Vortex. Turn it on and step into this healing space now. And notice that immediately above you, a spinning vortex of powerful healing energy is growing in speed, strength, and intensity. You can feel the power of this incredible healing energy with its beautiful healing color and light. And you know that no virus, no toxins, infections, germs, or ailments can possibly stand against this incredible healing force of nature above you. This vortex of energy is going to move right through your body, keeping your body well within its sphere. As it moves through your body, it's rebalancing, realigning, curing, healing, repairing, revitalizing, and boosting anything that needs it, including your ability to quickly and easily fight off all viral infections. You can feel that vortex move into and surround your head and body now. It's moving down through your head, clearing your head of any infection, congestion, confusion, or pain, clearing the anxiety, the stress, the fearful thoughts, cleansing your thought process and your physical brain of any toxins or toxic thoughts that don't serve you or your optimal health. It's moving in and around your face, opening and clearing your nasal passages of anything that doesn't belong there, moving into your throat, doing all the healing work that needs to be done in your throat, bringing your throat to optimum health, moisture, and immunity, clearing it of any pain, mucus, coughs, or tickles, but also clearing your throat of any obstructions now that stop you from clearly and confidently speaking your truth, expressing your emotions, and asking for your needs to be met. Because this is also a crucial part of your optimal health and resiliency. Now this healing vortex is covering your shoulders, releasing all the tension in your neck and shoulders, lessening, lightening the weight you've been carrying on your shoulders, releasing you of all the burden you no longer need, any responsibilities you took on that were never yours to begin with. You can feel it leaving you lighter, freer, and easier now. It's moving down to your chest, the healing vortex filling your chest and your lungs, clearing any harmful substances, any viral infections, toxins, germs, obstructions. It's easily removing all of this, all the mucus, anything else that was obstructing your airways, clearing and opening your airways and your lungs, strengthening your lungs and enabling you to breathe smoothly, deeply, freely, and easily, taking in all the oxygen you need whenever you need it, in order to fully oxygenate your blood, your body, your brain, and bring you to your optimal health now. This healing energy is slowing down as it enters and surrounds your heart, doing the most profound cleansing, healing work now. Erasing, eradicating, eliminating, and removing any old heartache, pain, any issues with rejection or abandonment, with feeling not lovable or not good enough or a victim. It's cleansing all of this away, as well as cleansing your bloodstream and boosting whatever needs boosting in your blood. The T and B cells, the antibodies, the oxygen, boosting your circulation, everything being reinvigorated, rebalanced, and regulated for your optimal health and happiness now. This healing energy vortex is like a leaf or snowblower. As it moves through your body, it's gathering in front of it any toxic feelings, toxic substances, any virus infection, obstruction, damaged cells, anything that should not be in your body, any impurities, toxins, toxic thoughts or memories, anything you no longer need, that it's right for you to let go of. It's all being blown ahead, swept ahead, moved ahead of that vortex, soon to be moved out of your body forever. And as it moves through you, it's leaving your head calm and clear, your throat clear and expressive, your lungs open, strong and healthy, your heart open, strong and happy, your body and mind open to healing, open to love, open to knowing you are absolutely lovable and 100% good enough just as you are. You are strong, healthy, resilient, and you become and remain totally virus-free. This healing energy is now moving down through your ribs, your spine. It is supporting you as you become more supported and supportive. It's moving into your solar plexus, your stomach, as you command, direct, instruct your stomach and digestion, your metabolic rate, all to work perfectly. It's moving down into your hips, the small of your back, making any repairs, reducing any inflammation, soothing any joints, as it works its way down and pushes in front of it all that you no longer need, soon to be pushed out of your body. Cleansing everything out of your lungs that shouldn't be there. Pushing everything out of your stomach that shouldn't be there. Cleansing your blood of toxins and harmful substances. Cleansing you of toxic thoughts, fears, doubts, and emotions that no longer need to be there, including any unhelpful fear and anxiety about situations you cannot control. All you can control is your reaction to them, and you react now with greater and greater calm and confidence. Confident in your strength, your resiliency, your vibrant health, and your phenomenal coping skills. You will not only survive this, you will find ways to thrive because you have phenomenal coping skills now. The vortex is moving into your gut, your bowel, taking out residuals of any old stuff, any toxicity, anything viral, anything chemical, anything harmful. It's all being pushed ahead of the vortex to be moved out of your body, out of your mind, out of your life. Moving down through your legs, removing any unwanted pain, fluid, or inflammation. Strengthening everything that needs to be strengthened. And I want you to imagine you're opening a valve in the soles of your feet now. And all that stuff is coming out like an egg timer with a hole in the bottom. So all the particles of everything you no longer need or want in your mind or body starts to pour out, drain out. You can feel it pouring out as you are completely cleansed and free now of everything that should not be there. As it leaves your body, all that's left behind is purity and well-being, vibrant health, resiliency, and feeling so empowered now. And you have so much power. You have the power to take all the steps you need to optimize your health and happiness. So you wash your hands thoroughly and frequently. You keep them away from your face. You stay hydrated, nourishing your body with healthy foods, vitamins, nutrients, and moderate exercise. You get good regular sleep. Maintain social distancing. Reach out by a phone or social media to friends and loved ones to stay connected and stay positive. You ignore and dismiss fear-mongering, fake news, and negativity. You focus on the positive of how people are coming together in so many wonderful ways. You feel connected and supported. You focus on those positive images and mantras you create for yourself. You use this time to slow down and appreciate everything and everyone you have in your life, to reconnect with those you care about, and to do things you enjoy that enrich your mind and your soul. So you step out of this healing space now, cleansed and rejuvenated. And in a moment, you will come back to your full awareness, feeling lighter, healthier, happier, energized, and resilient, knowing that by listening to this recording on a daily basis or to fall asleep at night, you will constantly bring yourself back to a beautifully calm, healing state of mind and be wonderfully empowered, bringing all of that back with you in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Very good. I hope you're feeling calmer, more empowered. I wish you continued health and well-being during this challenging time. There is so much you can do to keep yourself in a positive state of mind to help the others around you do the same. You can reach out to me with any questions at barbara@successhypno.coach, and I am available if any of you would like to use some of this time to work through hypnosis and coaching on removing any subconscious blocks you feel you have and gaining a more empowered state of mind and more of the success you want in any area of your life, be it in your professional life, your personal life, or your health and well-being. So let me know how you found the soundtrack. Go ahead and use it on a regular basis. And I wish you continued health and happiness, and that we will all get through this together. Thank you.